Hey, what's up? My name's Kyle, and I'm going to be reviewing The Ecom Wolf by Lara Rahib. Um, Ecom is a great business model, but it does take a lot of work. I've definitely experimented with it many times in the past, but I ended up stumbling across a business model that is way easier, and I've been doing it for the past 5 years and way more passive. But the huge numbers you could hit with e-commerce are blow my mind away. I don't hit those massive wins that some of these e-com people do, like multiple millions with a single product, but I do make high six figures with what I do. But anyways, e-com is the only issue I have with e-com is that there's lots of logistics involved, and I understand that the supplier is the one shipping out the product, but you're still going to have to manage returns, customer complaints, doing the research on the product, but also the upfront experimental ad spend, which if you are new to making money online, you might not have a big budget to burn on testing ads before you have a winning ad that actually sells a product. So there's a lot of money up front. Not only are you going to be paying for a course, but you're also going to be spending a lot of money on ads before you have a winning product where you make your money back. It was just a little bit too much for me to stomach, which is why I didn't fully commit to ecom. But I've seen great things about Lara Rahib, and she is probably one of the best coaches out there in this space. She's a really high success ratio with her students, and I'm even considering going full into it. But before I talk about like how my business model works, I'm going to explain two things I always tell people when they're looking for a course, because I've taken so many courses in my time. There are two main things you want to look out for. Number one, you want to make sure that you vibe with the course instructor, as in watch their YouTube videos and make sure that they're explaining concepts in a way that you actually comprehend. Because if you don't like their teaching style and you have to sit through 50 hours of their content, you're not going to make it through. Also, you want to make sure they have a Facebook community, a Discord community, someplace you could communicate with other students, because you're going to want to get questions answered quickly, and the students are the best resource for those questions to get answered, because the course instructor isn't always available. Also, you make great business partnerships in in entrepreneurial groups, and I know it's helped my business soar. But what I do, you might be interested in checking it out, because you're probably here because you're looking for a way to make money online, and this is what worked for me, and it's a lot. I'm super happy I went down this path because it's super passive and way easier than any other business model I've seen out there. But basically what I do is I rent websites to business owners. So the way that works is, for example, I'll build a website called junkremovalknoxville.com. I don't actually own that, but for example, I'll build a website called junkremovalknoxville.com, build out 1 to 5 pages of content, and do SEO to get it ranking over the next 1 to 3 months. And so once it starts showing up on page 1, all of a sudden, anytime somebody types in junk removal in Knoxville, they see my website. And when they see my website, they see the dummy phone number I have on my website. And then they call that phone number on my website. And that phone number is called a tracking number. I'm able to forward all those calls to anywhere I want. So at first, I have all those calls with customers forwarding to my voicemail. I just don't pick up. I ignore it, let them go to voicemail, they'll call someone else. No big deal. But while they're going to my voicemail, I'm calling up actual junk removal companies in Knoxville and telling them, hey, I got this website. It's getting like 100 phone calls a month. Would you like to try it out for a week and see if it's something you can make some money off of? They agree. I hook them up to the calls. They're getting all the calls for a week. They close some jobs, and I call them up at the end of the week, and I'm like, hey, what do you think of all these calls? Were you able to close any jobs? And they tell me, like, yeah, we closed like 5 jobs. It's amazing, blah, blah, blah. And I go, hey, so what can we do to keep this going? You want to give me $1,000 flat a month, or $2,000 flat a month, depending on the call volume? You could charge accordingly. But if they agree, I hook them up, $1,000 flat a month. They got the calls going. And every month after that, once I have them hooked with the calls, it's all I have to do is run their credit card. And if they call me with a question, I have to answer a question. And it's pretty rare. I have like 80 clients at this point, and maybe 10% of them regularly call me with questions. But I'll take that over any desk job. But it's like digital real estate. It's like I own a house on the internet and I'm renting it out to different business owners. there's a lot more detail about how it works, and I have a link in my description with a bunch of videos and content about how it actually works. So I encourage you to check out that link in my description. But also, I left my email in the description as well, so you should shoot me an email if you have questions about my business model or anything else. But if you want to go down that path, I think it's a great path, and it's a super valuable skill, knowing how to rank websites on Google. But if you're going down the ecom path, I definitely endorse Lara Rahib with Ecom Wolf. So good luck out there on your making money online journey. It took me a few different business models to finally land on something that worked for me, but I did, and I'm super happy. I invested all that money on courses to figure out where my path was going to lead me. But good luck out there. This has been a review of the Ecom Wolf by Lara Rahib. Good luck.